Okay, I'm at the museum, Port Moody Museum. So I'm going to walk through kind of where the exhibit is going to be posted. So I'll just go back to the front. So this is the front door of the museum's right there. Here's people will be walking through here, this hallway. And through here is where the exhibit will start. So the exhibit will be to the left. In first case, the first kind of area of the exhibit will be in this case and in this video. So when I'm walking through, I'm seeing that the first kind of line of sight is this. So what we'd like to put here is a video, possibly one of the Inclusion BC videos. This unit doesn't have any sound. So I have a few videos we can use, or we can have a slideshow of pictures and some of the quotes that we're collecting right now. And we'll have a banner in there saying, you know, community inclusion, then, now, in the future, something of that nature. And it'll say like in partnership with Community Venture Society and Inclusion BC. Then in these cases here, we're going to put a timeline at the top where we're going to see the dates kind of going across, starting from like the early years. A lot of the, you know, artifacts that we receive from Inclusion BC will kind of be housed here. They'll be doing some picture layouts as well, and those will be housed here. And then as we move down the exhibit, we're going to kind of get more of the history in this exhibit case here and through this video board. And then when we move to this case, we're kind of heading more about the more present day, not necessarily right now, but say from the 80s, 90s, when the community living movement really started to kind of take off. We're going to have artifacts from that. Some we're going to grab from CVS. We do have some as well from Inclusion BC. This could be moved as well, these two items here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to get to this kind of interactive station. We're going to have a video playing on an iPad or a Chromebook with showing individuals in CVS using our software for to speak through the software. So it's some nonverbal individuals that are based out of CVS, so that they can kind of demonstrate how to use the tools. And then we're actually going to have an iPad kind of on a stand, and people are actually going to be able to use the software as well. Then what will happen is people will start moving into the wider space. So right now you can see there's a quite big exhibit here with a video projector at the top. So what we will be having at the front is some videos that we're going to be looping for. It'll be about a 10-15 minute video, and it'll be put on a loop, and it'll be talking about inclusion, experiences with inclusion. So this is through interviews that we're doing with individuals at CVS, and that'll be looping at the front. Where all these pictures are here, that's going to be cleared. And what's going to happen is we're going to move these two cabinets here into the center. So these two cabinets here, they have artifacts at the top, and they also have kind of slide through artifacts. So we spoke about possibly including some artifacts that we have from Inclusion BC, or some of the things that we have from CVS at the front, artwork that we've collected. And then underneath we could have newspaper clippings as well as some artwork in each of these kind of drawers. We're going to move these two cabinets with that stuff in it to the center of the room. Right in front of those two cabinets, we're going to have a board with the picture symbols board, and we're going to get people to kind of interact themselves with it. So actually like moving the picture symbols and interacting in that exhibit. And then the final piece, so people will essentially be doing stuff while they're watching the video. And then at the end of that, hopefully people are still here looking at it. We're going to move over to another interactive station kind of right around here. And at that interactive station is going to be kind of more like the future. And we're going to get people, visitors, to actually participate in an exhibit or a part of the exhibit where they're giving their definition of inclusion. So we're thinking of like a board, and essentially maybe with some type of picture on it, and then it'll have pins or some type of, you know, Velcro, some method for people to stick their ideas and thoughts. And the question's really going to be, you know, what's your definition of inclusion? Now that they've walked through this overall, you know, exhibit, and they've learned a little bit more. This is just something that we're kind of proposing. It's not something set in stone, but, you know, what's your definition of inclusion, or what does the community inclusion mean to you? Or we also suggested we could have something like, what's your wish for an inclusive community, right? So, or how can we all create inclusive communities? And then we put that out there. So if we have schools coming through here, or if we have any, you know, other groups, they're going to be able to participate in that as well, and everyone's going to be able to see what they're posting. It's going to be simple, but hopefully quite impactful. And then by the end of the exhibit, we'll have quite a lot of data and information that we've collected. So that's kind of it right now. We also have flexibility, and, you know, if we can find some more artifacts, we actually could use this desk here. We can remove some of these artifacts here and put our own there. We could also use that cabinet above, and we can also use this cabinet here if we wanted to. They're able to remove these items. For now, the way I'm seeing it is the flow is really going to be based on what we can see we have, is really this starting point, with this kind of being the first line of sight, then moving around like that, down, doing interactive station here, looking at the, moving towards the two big kind of containers in the center, interacting with the picture symbols, watching the video, and then moving over to participate in a kind of the final inclusive community interaction. So please let me know if you have any further updates. I really appreciate it. Thanks, bye.